So, are you just say who you are?
Yeah, so this is...
I'm Brody.
Alright. What kind of deck were you running today?
Noble Knights.
Noble Knights?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Alright. And to start the build, I went 4-0 in the tournament, and then went to the Final Four, and went 2-0 in the Final Four to top first place, so...
Yep.
Alright, so the main build, we do 3 Madrats, pretty much standard. If you ever play Noble Knights, he's your searcher. Equip him with the Noble Arm, he becomes a level 5 Dark. Noble Arm, he special summons a Noble Knight from the deck, Noble Arm pops, and then re-equips to your main guy you target, Boars. One of the other staple in the deck. He is what searches your Noble Arms. When he's equipped with a Noble Arm, you can pull 3 out of the deck, and then your opponent chooses 1 at random, you add that to your hand, and the 2 go to grave. So helps get your ammunition to make your Sacred King. So they are absolutely needed. Then you do 2 Gwal Shavad. Gwal's not bad. He when he's equipped, he becomes an effect monster where you can pop a Noble Arm, and then you can add a Noble Knight monster in your graveyard back to your hand. So a good play to do with him is to pop it and add Gwaine back to your hand if he's in there. That way you can special summon Gwaine from your hand, because you can special summon him when you control a light normal monster, so he would be a light normal without the equip arm, so you can special summon him and go to a rank 4 play. So not too bad on those guys. They help in different situations. 2 Brothers. Brothers is good because you can normal summon him and special summon 2 Noble Knights from your hand, but once you do that, you can only special summon Noble Knights the rest of the turn, which you'd be doing anyways because it's Noble Knights. He's also good because he's got Digester Emerald's effect, where you can target up to 3 Noble Knights or Noble Arms in your graveyard, shuffle those back into your deck and draw a card, so helps with that. And that big booty in defense. Very nice. 1 Artorgus, he's good for playing with Lancelin, because he's a target for Lancelin, and he's also a normal monster, so if you summon him, you can equip him with any of the Noble Arms, and they can't target it with Phoenix Chain or anything like that. So he's good to sit on if you're ever in a bind. And he's also a target for him, which you can send him to the graveyard, special summon him from your hand or the graveyard. And his effect, you contribute a Noble Knight monster on the field and add a Noble Arm to your hand, so he's good. And then your other level 5 you would run is Ector. Ector's good because you special summon him from your hand or graveyard by banishing 2 Noble Knights in your graveyard. And when he's overlaid into a rank 5 monster, that rank 5 summon cannot be negated if he's one of the materials, so that's good. And then the last Noble Knight I run is Perdor, or Peridor. I'm just testing him out right now. He's not, I never ever summoned him today, hardly ever got him on the field ever, and if I did, it was just for some random reason. I never really make him. But he, when he's equipped, he becomes a Dark level 5, so that's a good one. So you can do your Sacred King, and if he's destroyed, you can target a Noble Arm in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So if there was ever a situation where you needed it, that's what you would use. 1 Lady's your tuner, to go into your High Lancelin. With her, if she's in graveyard, you can target one of your Noble Knights on the field, decrease its level by 1, and special summon her. So what you would essentially want to do is have either him, Ector, Lancelin, or Boars, or Madrat, because that way you could decrease them to make them a level 4, special summon her, then sync for 5 to make High Lancelin. So. But once you do that, she's banished. So you only get to do her effect once if you special summon her that way. But
unless you have a spell or trap to bring her back from
so
of course.
She's not too bad, but it's a lot of things with Noble Knights. Most of the times you're going to go into Sacred King, so everything else is just kind of situational depending on how you play.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now for the Noble Arms, run 2 Gwens, Gwen is amazing. I run her at 2 just in case of the DD Crow if one of them gets banished or if they do something weird to get rid of one. At least I've got the other. She can equip from grave or from hand. And once she's equipped, they get an effect based on if they're light or a dark. Light monster, if the monster be destroyed, you can pop her instead. And a dark monster, she has catastrophe effect. When they attack, you can pop her and automatically destroy the monster they're attacking during the damage step. So helps get over problem cards and makes Yang Zings miss timing. So that's kind of cool. 3 Excalibur, probably one of the most important noble arms because this one keeps your noble arms from being your noble knights from being targeted. And when it's in grave, you can banish it, and you can downgrade your Sacred King to either level 4 or upgrade the level 4 King to level 5. So very good because that way you can recycle everything depending on what's out there. And not being able to be targeted is very important. 2 Destiny. Destiny keeps them from being destroyed once, and it automatically re-equips if it's destroyed. So if they pop it with MST, it just comes right back. And it's important because you can play Darkhold, you can get Raigeki, stuff like that, and it's going to keep you on the board. So that's not bad either. The 1-ofs, 1 Gallatin, that gives them 1,000 attack if they're a warrior. 1 Caliburn gives them 500 attack, and then you gain 500 life points when it's equipped, and then every standby phase you gain 500 life points, so also a good one. And then Arfaduder, you decrease their attack by 500, and you can pop a set spell or trap card. And that's the noble arms. And now for the spell cards, since you're playing a warrior deck, obviously you're going to run 3 Rhodas.
Yep.
Awesome.
Always.
So wonderful having that at 3.
Yep. Especially since last set, last ban list made warriors get broken again.
As soon as Merlin and the rest of them come out, it's going to be a good deck. 3 Lances, because back row's real.
That it is.
2 MSTs, because back row's real.
Yep.
Then 1 Foolish to dump Gwen or Lady to grave or Hector, and then 1 Table. Kind of playtesting it today to see how it worked, and I played it a couple of rounds, and it helps based on the amount of noble knights that you control and they're in your graveyard. But really, the only thing it really does that is good right now is that it lets you get Hector or Lancelot in grave, so you can special summon them from the grave to get your rank 5 plays. So it's a decent card, but once new stuff comes out, it'll be a little bit better. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, you never know what's gonna happen.
2 Trap Stuns.
Yep. Because
and then
traps are real.
Yep. And 1 Vanities. If I had another, I'd run it, but with Noble Knights, you run a lot of spells and a lot of monsters, so not a lot of room for traps. So I felt if I was going to run traps at all, I would do these 3, so I at least be able to stop plays and be able to stop some special summons. So.
Yeah.
Because if you have an established board with Sacred King and the Vanities on field, there's just nothing they can do.
I've noticed that one.
Yeah. All right. Side deck. Sided 1 Veiler. That way it gives me another tuner, so I can do it in the High Lancelin if I ever needed to, and obviously a good effect.
Yep.
2 Flying Seas, because apparently Geargias was the thing today, so I wanted to be prepared in case, and that did put in work when I was playing Geargias. They just makes them cry every time they see that. 2 Maxis. Only time I used it was against Dragon Rulers, which was good against that. The 3rd MST. Defissure always puts in work because it doesn't really hurt Noble Knights because it only banishes monsters, and so all your equip arms are still alive. So doesn't hurt you very much.
Yeah.
Chaos Trap Hole for any type of light or dark deck. So Soul Drain, stop any graveyard effects. 2 Decrees for more back row hate.
Yep.
And then 2 Shadow Imprisoning for the Burning Abyss or Shaddoll matchup. 1 Light Imprisoning for any type of light matchup, and then the 1 Stygian Dirge to stop Geargias, Stellar Knights, anything like that.
Yep.
Alright. And last but not least, the extra deck.
Of course.
You run 2 Sacred Kings. He's your big boy. He's the one that you want to go into 99.9% of the time when you make your plays. Sacred King pops anything, detach 1 to pop, and when he's summoned, you can equip 3 Noble Arms to him. So awesome card. And then his lower self, Artorgus, run at 2. Artorgus, he has the same effect. When he's summoned, you equip 3 to him, and they're in the graveyard. And when you detach for him, you can destroy a amount of spell and trap cards equal to the amount of Noble Arms you control. So that can be really devastating if they can't stop that. those are your guys, your main guys to go into. Then Laval chain. Chain's completely situational. Never went into him today, but he's there for if I want to dump lady or go into grave and overextend or something. So not bad for that. 1X Saiton, only summoned him once today, but he does work when he gets out there.
Yep.
Honor Arc made him once today. Got my only way to get over Beals.
That's why you got to summon him in defense.
One Starlies. Starlies is good. Gets over problematic card tests. Blade Armor for the OTK, or for any rogue deck that can't handle a 2200 guy attacking twice.
Yep. Always.
Yep. One Tsukiyomi, help with dead hands. Rhapsody, he's just a really good card because he can help banish anything they have. And then you can equip him to Sacred King and make Sacred King even stronger. It's awesome.
Yep.
Because they're all about getting equipped. Omega for back row.
Yep.
And the last level 4 one I put in today, or yesterday, this guy, when he's summoned, you can equip him to an XZ monster, and they can attack your opponent directly. So if you've got Sacred King equipped all the way with as high as he can go, which is he can be as high as 4,000 attack. So you can have Sacred King at 4,000 attacking directly with this guy. So that's not bad.
Yep.
And then the last thing I run is Volcasaurus, just situational if I ever needed to. If I had a Gaia Charger, I'd run Gaia Charger also. That way you can Volk, burn him for Volk, and then Gaia Charger to attack. So he's there for that. Never really made him. And the last guy is High Lancelin. He's your synchro, and when he's summoned, you get to add a Noble Arm to him. So he's decent in situations, just depending on what you're going up against, but very good card.
All right.
That's the build.
All right. Were there any decks that gave you trouble today?
The only deck that really gave me trouble was Artifacts or Hat. Hat's is a hard matchup just because of all the BS they can do. But other than that, not too many bad ones. The worst matchup we have is like anything that can get rid of your Sacred King, because he's the most important card in the deck when it comes to like wanting to get over stuff. But thankfully, being the way it is, the way Noble Knights are, you don't have to completely rely on it. You can still win games with, Boars on the field, and a fully equipped Boars is still hard to get over. So it's a pretty good deck. It's just not super good with the meta, but once the support comes out with a new Noble Knight box, it's gonna be getting up there and being a lot better. So.
All right, everybody, this was Noble Knights. Hope this helped you out any, and we'll be back with another one here soon.